Hello, YouTube land. It's Shafiq here, Shafiq the Empowerment Coach. I hope you're doing well. So, what's this guy doing on YouTube? Well, you see my YouTube channel. I guess a lot of you might understand that I am passionate. That's right, I'm passionate. I'm passionate about breaking down those stigmas and taboos associated with mental health. That's right, I'm talking about it. We don't talk about it enough, but I'm here banging the drum, banging down those doors, breaking the walls, clearing the misnomers about poor mental health, because I am somebody who has, believe it or not, suffered with poor mental health. And I am somebody who has, in his life, over a 10-year period, attempted to take his life twice. Now, as we all know, YouTube is very, very PC, and we've got to be careful what we talk about. So I can't talk about the specifics. I can't talk about what I did, how I did it. And you know what? Maybe you don't want to hear it, but all I can say is, being an author of the book here, There's No Shame, feel free to grab it, www.shafiqempowermentcoaching.co.uk. Go to Amazon, get your Kindle, get your Audible, or look at all my relative social media to find out exactly what I was doing. But crucially, let's bring it down an octave. Why are we terrified and why are we scared about talking about mental health? Why are we terrified, scared, fixated about certain images associated with somebody who takes their life, rather than actually open a conversation, have dialogue with one another? Why? Because I guess in some shape, way or form, we are all conditioned to think that the guy or the girl that is struggling is nutty, is incapable of having a conversation, is incapable of saying, you know what, I really needed that chat. Because I can tell you this, those 10 years apart between 2006 and 2016, as I always say, if somebody had reached out to me on those Friday nights, those 10 years apart, and said, Shafiq, you don't seem yourself. Do you want to go out for a coffee? Do you want to have a chat? I've noticed you're a little bit sketchy. I'd have gone, I matter. I matter that much that I'm not going to see out this action that I did. Okay, so the reason for this is, as we know, 2020's World Mental Health Day, yes, is fast approaching us. It is September. No, it's not. It's October. Get it right, Shafiq. Slow it down. It's October the 10th, isn't it? It's this coming Saturday, October the 10th, 2020. And over the next 6 days, I'm going to be putting out a blog about, I guess, my mental health journey. Okay? Because I'm just a regular guy. I'm a regular guy. I'm 45. I'm married. I've been with my wife 22 years. I've got amazing kids. A daughter who's pretty much 14. A son who's pretty much 9. Living here in the United Kingdom in a nice place in the world called Surrey. But it hasn't always been a bed of roses. Okay? Read the book. Read the book, because I can't talk about it enough. But I've been 14 days away from losing my house. I've had to visit food banks. I've had the worst 2 years of my life between 2016 and 2018. And I can't do it justice on social media. But I know that when I reached my lowest point in 2016, where as I used the word I tried to check out for the second time, I thought that was a low point. And let's be honest, it is the lowest point I could possibly reach. But subsequently thereafter, life just threw me the most, or us as a family, the most intolerable circumstances upon which we had to deal through. Wondering whether your debit card would be declined, thinking of an excuse to tell the cashier about this, walking through a supermarket with less than £20, what's that, $30 in your pocket to feed the house for a week. Wondering how on earth you were wondering about your parking space in that business that you used to work for, and what hotel you were staying in, to, am I going to keep this roof over my head? I've got the bailiffs knocking at the door. It was ridiculous. And this is the other side of mental health that we don't see. And a lot of the side of the mental health we'll see if the celebrity in the public eye. But you know what? In some shape, way or form, their car is still going to be insured and taxed and MOT. Their house and their insurances are still going to be paid. I lost it all. We lost it all. And crucially, I didn't reach those low points that I did in 2006 and 2016. So clearly I was doing something wrong. And you know where the magic is? I'm not selling a program. I'm not selling a pill. I might say buy the book to get a greater idea. But what I'm saying is the magic is in here, and who you surround yourself with and how you think about yourself. Because we all have the ability to pull ourselves out of a situation. And I don't care what you're saying. Oh, but you don't know. But you don't know. We all have our own stories. We all have our own heartaches. We all have our own passions. We all have our own traumas. I get it. I 100% get it. And people that come through my door, I get it all too well. But what I'm saying is, if we start being fixated on what's happened to us in the past, and we don't fixate on where we're going in the future, then we're always going to be living our past, and every moment we wake up living our past, those previous life's events. And that is what I did for so long, and that's what I did so wrong. Between 2006 and 2016, I was living my life as the only crazy guy in the room. I was living my life as, you know what, I'm the only one who's trying to take my life. I'm the only one who's taking the prescription drugs. I'm the only one who's seeing the psychiatrist, so on and so forth. I hid away. And it was only in 2016 where, after that second time I had to take this head on, that I understood that I was actually seeing the improvements because I was actually kicking into touch that old version of me. And ultimately, a lot of people, as we see, the celebrity, inverted commas, they will say that on the outside, or will say that they had it so good, they never had it, they had all the trappings of success, but they were desperately unhappy. And for a lot of these people, they were desperately unhappy, not for a short time, but had been living with this unhappiness for so long. And we are. I'll say it again, as I did on Monday night on my Zoom presentation, we are like game show hosts. We come down and we're all like flamboyant and exuberant, but it's a mask. And that pretty much summed up me in my old career. I had to be the guy that G'd up the guys. I had to be the guy that gave the presentations. I had to be the guy that was the face. But when I closed that office door and I sat down in front of my PC, or if I went out for the day, I was desperately unhappy. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, over the next 6 days, is break that unhappy cycle. I'm trying to give you an insight, give you some hope, give you some understanding into where and how you will beat this and get those conversations started. Okay, because I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy. I've not self-taught, but I've learned and I've invested time, emotion, energy in getting it right and getting that balance right. Okay, from somebody that was on that hamster wheel of life, the corporate life, the working life, the no work-life balance, to somebody who's able to do the school run. Yes, of course, we still worry about bills. Yes, we're going through COVID, and COVID has come at us like a sledgehammer. And more than ever, are we having to look after our mental health. And this is why it's so prevalent. So maybe World Mental Health Day 2020 might be the most prevalent and most important one that we're going to go through for a long time, because there's more people than ever struggling, and there's more people than ever probably hiding away thinking, I can't talk about this because I don't want to bother somebody else because they might be struggling. For me personally, the biggest changing point was talking to those that understood and those that knew. Once you have those conversations, it's an absolute game changer. And as I've said often before, I'll say it in the book, my wife, for example, wasn't a nurse. She wasn't a physician. She wasn't a psychiatrist. She wasn't medically trained. But she had two of these and one of these, and she sat and she listened and she looked at me and she had eye contact with me and she spoke and gave me encouragement to get through it. So you're not alone. You are not alone. So over the next 6 days, I would love you to drop in, to get behind this, to like, to share, to comment. The comments are crucial. The comments get the dialogue going, and this is what we're all about, getting the dialogue, the conversation going. Okay, because without that, you'll be sitting there, or friends and family, co-workers will be sitting there wondering. And sometimes that wondering, that procrastinating for all you US out there, that procrastinating of thoughts can start to leach into, should I? And then you talk yourself out of it. This blog here is one take. Done. I don't want to talk myself out of it. And a lot of us will talk ourselves out of it. 2016, 2006, I talked myself out of talking to other people. 1 in 4 people will struggle with a mental health condition. Fact, we know it's probably more than that. Certainly is probably more than that now. I've been to the groups, I've seen the psychiatrist, I've taken the medication, I've lost my job, I've faced repossession, I've seen the bailiffs, I've had nothing, I've had to go to the state for help, I've literally gone to the food banks, I've done it all due to my mental health, and nobody needs to go that way. And that's why I'm passionate about it. No families need to be without husbands and loved ones. No career needs to be lost. Yes, in times it might be good to break away from that career like I had to do, But crucially, you should be able to have the strength and courage and conviction to say, this isn't serving me any good. I need to walk away from it. Okay. So I'm going to wrap up. That was 10 minutes of my time, but hopefully this is a conversation, a blog, an upbeat blog about mental health. It's not dour. It's not morbid. There's not atmospheric lighting and music. This is my mental health journey about how I went from where I was to where I am now, and how in day to day, the people that I meet, the people that I communicate feel all the better for talking to Shafiq. Okay. So if you want to know more about me, another blog, another plug dare I say, there's the book, www.shafiqempowermentcoaching.co.uk. There's my name. Type it into Amazon. You can get yourself your Kindle, you can get yourself your Audible, hear more of me, or you can buy the hard copy, the paperback copy from my website. But it's an empowering story, and this is what this week's going to be about. Okay, so touch base with me tomorrow. I'll be putting out these blogs, I would say around about 12 o'clock every day. So just look for that, subscribe, hit that bell icon, as I always say, so you get notified. And crucially, tomorrow will be the start of my journey, okay, where I went wrong. And it'll be an upbeat take on where I went wrong, most importantly. Have a great day. Thanks for love and support, and I'll catch up with you, dare I say, even tomorrow. Cheers, bye.